If you ever had a VM that you had used on one GCP account that you actually want to export and use on another GCP account, this is what this tutorial is going to show you how to do today. My name is Gibby, and I'm now learning GCP, Google Cloud Platform, and I'll be going through a step-by-step process in order for you to move one virtual machine that you use on one account that you can transfer import or transfer, however you want to say it, to another account so you can use that VM. So if you're going to on the page here, this is the VM I created. I actually had a Jenkins server I created using the, what's it called? The marketplace down here. Created the VM, the Jenkins server. And I did a lot of configurations and stuff, but I also want to move this server over to another without having to going through and install all those plugins configurations. Now, with this process, it will be successful. However, if I go into the Jenkins server details here, there's a lot of stuff in here that won't be, well, not a lot of stuff, but the metadata down here, it will not be transferred over. I know you guys see the password here, but don't worry, this password will be changed. It won't work once this video has been uploaded. But so I had to go through a process to try to figure out how to do this. The tutorials online and everything really didn't explain how to. I thought that you can do this. I thought you'd be able to go in here, click on create new machine image, and then somehow export this over. And that when you do create the new machine image, it would show over here under machine images. However, that's not the process how to do it. You cannot export these anywhere. If you had an image in here and you clicked in here and tried to export, it will not work. So I had to figure out how to do it. Found out it's the images tab here. Hopefully my windows don't take too long to load today. I actually already have it open down here. But these images over here, you can export to other accounts, and you can actually download the image, the custom images too. Now, how do you do that? In order to create these images, you have to do it under the disk. So let me just actually close this. If you go into here, GCP is under disk, images here, disk is above it. These are the disks, the hard drives that's attached to the VMs. So as you can see, this disk right here, this standard persistent disk, is used by the Jenkins server, the one I set up with all the configurations. And this hard drive is it's a 20 gig size hard drive, but you guys will see once I export it and import it on the other side. But once I export it, you will see that the size is not actually 20 gigs. That's just the capacity of the drive. So with that being said, I'll be following my tutorial that I set up here. So let's get started with this. So the first option, the first step here, these notifications are going to be popping up. Oh well, just deal with them. So the first thing you do, two ways you can do it. You can go to the, no, not two ways. I'm bad. Hold on. I'm following something else. All right. So let me show you what I mean by, let's go back to images here. If you in the images tab, you notice this is what we ought to create. If you click into just the image you already have on the drive, you have this export option up here. And that's what we're looking for, so we can export this image. The images. So I'm close this tab. Won't have too many open. Let's go back over to, we're going to go over to disk. Compute image disk. Now also, in this tutorial, I will actually have a text version with a plethora, or however you say it, of screenshots that I'm going to post to my website soon. It should be under gibbyinfotech.com. So this video with the tutorial will be on that website as well. But to continue, so we in the disk. You see here, this is the disk we're trying to export. You click on the actions here. You click on create image. And what you're going to do here, you're going to give your image a name. I'm just going to call this new Jenkins server disk image, right? Now for the source, you need to select disk, and then you want to select the VM that you're using. This is the VM, the Jenkins server. Now for this part here, you want to select, choose a location. I'm going to choose a location that's best for your project or what you're doing. I'm choosing regional, and I'm just going to choose US East 4. Actually, no, I'm going to actually go down to closest location to me, US South Carolina. Now you want to leave everything else here blank. I mean, leave not blank, but leave everything else here as the defaults, and then just hit create. So as this was going through, you're going to see the image over here is creating. This account permission to access this bucket right here and the contents within it. So what you want to do, you want to click the name of your bucket, go into the bucket thing, go into the bucket. Then you want to click permissions, right? And under here, you want to grant access to the account. Now, there's something I also want you guys to be mindful of, is that how I did this process and the role, I have to put an account in here and I have to assign that account certain roles. The role that I assigned to here is basically the admin role for the bucket I'm have access to. So that's a very broad scope of rights you have to the account. For the purpose of your project or whatever you're doing, you may not need or may be restricted to having that large of a broad role of access to the account. So you need to choose the correct role for your purpose. But for me, in this tutorial, I'm just going to select the admin for the account. So what you want to do, once you're on this page here, you want to click grant access. And you want to type in here what I'm using, the name for this account. I'm going to put in an email used for this account. This is going to be ardretic06@gmail.com. Now, if this is a recognized email and Gmail account, you will get a drop-down list to showing you to select the email. And that's exactly what I want here. Then from here, the next option that you want to do, you want to select the role that you need. The role that I'm looking for the role called Storage Legacy Bucket Owner, which you can see is Storage Legacy Bucket Owner is here. Oh, notification. Storage Legacy Bucket Owner is right here. Now, if you do not see it up here, you can either where is it at? Cloud Storage Legacy Bucket Owner, or you can just type it up here. Storage Legacy. But it's right here, Storage Legacy Bucket Owner. Now remember, this gives you full access, as I said, grants you full access to the bucket. For the purpose of this video, that's what I'm using. But you can choose something that has a lesser role. But what it is that whatever role you choose, it needs to have the, what is the name of it? There is a storage. Where is my notes? I think I deleted the name. There is a certain permission in there. I think it's like storage dot or storage. It says dot get at the end. Um, but this role has that permission. So this is what you do. Get your email. You get to select the role, storage legacy bucket owner, and just hit save. Now, like I said, there is another one in here called storage legacy object owner. Do make sure you do not select that. It was a storage legacy object owner. That is the wrong one. Be sure you select storage legacy bucket owner. All right. So let's see. So as you can see, the whole account is listed here. The account name with the role. All right, so that's all set up for account 1. This is where I'm exporting the image. And now let's go over to account 2 and let's do everything over there. All right, so for account 2, what you want to do, let's navigate over to our buckets area. Now we're going to import into a bucket the same image that we exported. So what you want to do, same thing, I'm going to create myself a bucket. I'm just going to call this Jenkins image import. Hit continue. I'm going to choose a region. I'm going to South Carolina. Keep everything. I'm going to choose auto class and opt into transition, archive. Keep everything as default, and just hit create. Then hit confirm. Now, if everything was set up right, over on the other account, I had to enable the cloud build, and I also have to give the bucket permission for this account to access it. I should be able to import from that bucket from another account to this one. And how that will be done is that you hit transfer data. Then you do transfer data in, because you're transferring into this bucket. And make sure you want to source type Google Cloud Storage, destination type Google Cloud Storage, leave batch, either as default. Hit next. Now, this is the source bucket. Remember earlier I said, please take note of the bucket name that you used. This is where you need it. Right here. Uh-oh. That was the disk image. Uh-oh. I copied the wrong thing, so let's go back over to the old account here. It's this one. I said take note, and I copied the wrong thing and put it in there. So this was the name of the bucket, my new Jenkins image export right here. That's what happens. So as you can see, let me show you also the reason you need the name of it, because you're trying to locate the bucket where the image you exported is at, right? It's not in your account in here. It's not in the account. So what you need is the name of the bucket that you created on that side. This is source. And if you type the name in correctly, you will get a green check, a green folder. All right, so leave this part right here unchecked. Just as default, hit next. Now, it says specify the destination details. This is the name of the bucket that we created right here. Jenkins image import. Hit next. Make sure that your boxes here is run once starting now. Hit next step. Leave everything here as default. Then hit create. Now, if everything goes right, you will get this pop-up message at the bottom. That means everything went A-OK. But if you didn't, you'll get a red message saying that you need to grant the account the proper role to access this. But I don't have the image here. If you go to the website that I'm going to put this under gibbyinfotech.com. Once I have this posted on the website, we'll have a screenshot of that error message you will see. But as of right now, there's no message on this one. So what you want to do, you actually want to click Brave in these ads. It's all cool though, I'm getting paid crypto for them. So from here, you want to click Go to Job. So you created that last screen, you created a transfer job. Now it said run once. You want to actually make that job actually just start running right now. And that's what we're about to do at this moment. So once you're on this screen here, this is the transfer job. So say job details, and so you see transfer jobs, job details. Just hit start or run right now. That's all you got to do. Now let's go back to the storage bucket we did the import to, right? So we're going to go back over here to cloud storage buckets. Then we're going to click the name of the bucket. Click the name of the bucket. And voila. Right here. Here is the image we just imported from the other account. Bam. So, recap. We took a VM on an old account. We created an image of the disk. And then from that disk, we exported, from that image, we exported that image to a bucket on the old account. Now, we went over to the other account and we're trying to import no, don't go back. Sorry. The bucket that we exported the image to, we exported the image, then we had to give the proper permissions for this account, the new account, to access that bucket. That's what I just did. Now, we went through the process and we imported that image into the bucket over here. We created it. So we're more than halfway done here. So the only thing we got to do now is we need to create an image from this VMDK. And remember the images that I said you import and export the same place where we import it. Compute engine, go to images. Now we need to create an image off of that. And these are the images that's used to spin up VMs. So just waiting for this to come up. So once we're here, you just hit create image in the top. Once you're here, I'm gonna call this my Jenkins server. You want to keep, for the source, you actually want to change the source to virtual disk VMDK right here, because remember that's the name of the file extension for the import was VMDK. And if you get this message here, just go ahead and hit grant. Now you want to browse, you want to navigate over to the VM we imported. This is it, a new Jenkins server disk image. Hit select. And everything else you want to leave as defaults. And then hit create. Now, if you get this part here, just hit grant and it's going to start showing the import process. As you can see here, there was 3 other import processes I did previously, but this right here is the one that I'm currently doing right now. So it's literally converting the VMDK to the images that's used over here that you can use to spin up VM. So this process may take a minute to go through, so just be patient and just wait for this process to finish. A lot of times, as you can see, you go here, images, it probably won't show as of right now. If you go over to images, as you can see, it's not showing over here right now. So just be a little patient. It could take a few minutes. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to pause the video here and just wait for the image to show up. Test them.